Initially, I read an article in a strength and conditioning magazine that always does a nutrition highlight and kind of focuses on something that's happening either at the professional or the collegiate level. And there was an article in there on one of the Division I schools that had a collaboration with the Food and Nutrition program and their student athletes. Because what they were finding was that, these athletes, they're coming in freshman, sophomore, first time living at home, first time shopping, first time preparing and planning their own meals. And so they were noticing that they were definitely having some problems adjusting to that and what to fix. So they were going to convenience foods and fast food and things like that. And it was starting to negatively impact their athletic performance. So they did a partnership where the food and nutrition students would teach classes on how to cook and to work with the athletes on that. So that was kind of what sparked the idea where I thought I can take this one step further. And so we decided that we were going to work with some of our dietetic students with some practicums and work with them on creating not only a cookbook but a sports nutrition guide that we can provide to our athletes to not only give them the cooking basics and skills, but to give them a nice foundation on sports nutrition. And then we also collected recipes from all of our student athletes on campus. We asked them to submit their favorites. Our nutrition students submitted their recipes. So my interns worked with me on analyzing all of the recipes. So each recipe in the cookbook has the nutritional analysis included along with it. But something that we did that was a little unique for the cookbook was we designated a legend in the middle of the cookbook that shows whether or not the recipe item is appropriate for pre-workout, post-workout, or appropriate for during their workout. The athletic department was great at communicating with the coaching staff, with the athletes to help make them aware of this project that I was working on and to get their help and their input for some different recipes and items that we were going to include in the cookbook. Then at the end of the year here, we were able to go into the athletes banquet at the end of the year and briefly discuss the cookbook and the guidebook, and we were able to distribute them to all the athletes on campus so they were all able to get a copy. I had a total of 3 dietetic seniors that were working with me on a practicum. And in this past semester, in the spring semester, we had my 2 interns actually write for the Endeavor grant to help fund this project. And we were quite fortunate that they did. They were awarded the Endeavor grant. And then myself and Dr. Julie McCullough wrote for a Majors as Home grant. And we were able to have the 2 grants to fund the printing and distribution of the cookbook. Another piece that we're going to be using this student athlete cookbook and guidebook for is to be used as a recruitment piece as well as a community outreach type of programming that we can use for the college and the athletes. So I've contacted all of the area athletic directors from both Vandenberg and Warwick County, and we're going to be distributing this student athlete cookbook and guidebook out to the athletic directors and the coaches. So one, not only to provide them with some sound nutrition information, but also as a recruitment effort to hopefully be able to get some of those athletes to come into the university and be part of our programs as well.